So it's all about the hours that you put in. It's clean. You get what you give. If you fuck a spine, you're gonna get spine.
From CNR JUTA De BEER, I'm Sindiso Tshuma, formerly known as Lwazi Madonsela, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture but also formalise the street hustle. On today's episode, we have
Insertcoinz. Fagi Malos were born. We got Insertcoinz with Sindiso.
Yes, sir.
Sindiso is a special edition. Thank God for saying this. CNR JUTA De BEER. This is our second take.
Yeah.
You said, yo, let's do it again.
Yeah, where to?
I think for me, right, I always sit back, right, because we knew of each other before we knew each other, and I think the one thing I really appreciate about you is your communication skills.
Yeah.
Right? You're brilliant orator, the way you speak and the things you say. And the one thing I've always wanted to find out, how do you actually keep your composure? Because I've seen your situations, you shouldn't be composed then. You're like,
but I don't do stress, dog. Like, I don't do stress. If I can't change it, there's nothing for me to worry about. So I'm always like chilling, trying to have a good time at all times. You know, it's like, it's easy, just chilling, take it easy.
How do we get to the point where every line up has Insertcoinz?
It's by showing improving, always showing up, trying to like do better than you did last time, and also like giving people a good time, making people feel good. So like it's a time thing. Yeah.
There was a week on my social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy is on 3 different companies at once.
Crazy.
I tweeted last night.
I remember
you pray you drop it, send it to us. How are you handling those deals where most brands and most partnerships they want to possess creatives? Yeah. It's like today you're working with CNR JUTA De BEER. We don't want you in any other podcast. How do you negotiate yourself in those situations?
My thing is, I never like exclusive deals type thing. So it's like a conversation. I tell you like, oh, I've got these things coming up. I've got other things that I'm working on, and I'd really love to be a part of what you guys got planned. So like we need to find a way that we can work together while I have my other things happening at the same time. So like, yeah, it's just a matter of like talking to people, like especially like people that I work with most of the time. It's people that I really fuck with, you know. So like it's easier. We get each other, and we've worked with each other before. So like it makes it easier for us to span. Yeah.
In most teams, people fall off because they don't know their role. How do you find your role, and how do you stay within your role? Because sometimes you're like, that one is too much. I don't need this person, this person, this person, this principle. How do you stay where you need to be?
It's by knowing who you are and knowing what you're trying to achieve, and also like not letting your insecurities like, you know, thrive. Because most of the time like bros get insecure and so I'm like, yo, you know, then you end up like playing out of your position because you pressured now. But now if you're comfortable like, oh, me I'm a defender and this is what I'll focus on being a defender, that's it. But now if you want to worry about going to strike while you're a defender, you know, you end up losing both positions. So it's all about knowing who you are and where you stand. Easy.
What do you tell the kids who are chilling at home? Like, you just figured virtual DJ, here and there, gets to play on decks. He's getting better.
Yeah.
She's getting better. She's trying to get gigs.
Yeah.
What do you tell them? Because you have that moment for yourself.
Yes, definitely. It's all about the hours that you put in. You're only as good as the hours that you put in.
Explain, because now it's like you're speaking another one now.
Nah, it's all about like if you really want something, you gotta obsess over it. Then over time it becomes second nature because you've given yourself that time to learn, to like better yourself and everything. So it's all about the hours that you put in. It's clean. You get what you give. If you fuck a span, you're gonna get span. If you dedicate yourself to like virtual teaching and into music and teaching and everything, eventually you're gonna get good if you're really about it. And unless if you're trying to do it for fun as a hobby, then you can just wing it here and there. But it's all about giving yourself time.
You started a record label, released songs, and everyone said, where are the other songs? They said the album is coming.
Yes.
Explain.
The album, it's on pause for now. Working on new material. We've got an album, we're colleagues. It's myself and Roscoe, And Space Sounds, it is myself, International, Elston, Slolo, and other homies that we're working with. So like right now we focus on everyone, like we're trying to make sure everyone has got the material coming up. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming, we've got bangers, different genres, hip hop, house, kwaito, like we everywhere, bro. Like this thing we're trying to like go crazy. Yeah.
How do you pace yourself? Because you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're gifted at most things.
Crazy.
How do you pace yourself to say, yeah, now we're focusing on the label, now we're focusing on the gigs, now we're focusing on that?
Yeah, no, it's the thing is, this is real life, this is span. Right now, here I'm spanning, that's also span. So it's a matter of like being able to categorize and prioritizing what's important now, you know? Because if right now it's the album, it should be like the album. These other things shouldn't matter. And that's where we enjoy it, because we're trying to like finish the album and we're here to collab with homies and everything. So it's just a matter of like being able to prioritize. Yeah.
I get to a point as a creative where like sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I think I could have done this better.
Yeah.
Because innately, the back of our heads, we're somewhat perfectionists.
Yeah.
Because we see these things we want to achieve, right? In that moment, if you wanted to achieve better, how do you self-assess? Because a lot of people always ask, yeah, you're saying this doesn't, but how do I start seeing it for myself that I need to improve on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah. And like it's also like if the people that you keep around you, if they're not truthful as to telling you about this one poison, it's not the one. You're gonna keep on going as to like that's fire. You know? So like with that you won't be able to like fix your mistakes. So like the company that you keep, like homies that are with you, if they don't tell you like I poison but this one, you know? So like it's all about being able to grow, man. Like we grow and you look at your work and like I got a year dog guy. This one was not the one.
Yeah.
You know? So like it's just a matter of like being able to assess yourself also. Yeah.
I looked back, I was watching the first episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's not the one.
The
conversation is not the one, but we were getting somewhere, right? Those things, those affirmations where we keep getting better.
Yeah.
When you look into the future, how do you approach your goals?
Goals. Like to be honest with me, it's on the future, bro. Like what I have in mind, like the future, bro. Like I want to do a lot of campaigns where I'm able to put like Eli who's been in my circumstances to like show them the way, like this thing is doable. Like in black families, art is not a thing that's really you know championed. Or so like I'm trying to be in a space where like I'm able to provide homies with opportunities and also like creating platforms for homies to be able to like express themselves. You get me? So like that's how I see myself and that's how I see, like that's what I would love to go. That's the route I'd love to go with my life. Yeah.
How's it been like being an independent creative?
It's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy. You know, because today I might be up, tomorrow I'm down. You know, it's like you're always bringing it. So like I don't like to. I enjoy it. I enjoy it because it keeps me going. Like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know, and that shit like excites me.
So I was sitting with the homie the other day, and I was like, it's kind of interesting how the things we do might be up, but in that exact moment, 90% of the time, usually the most down you've ever been. Yeah. Whether it's financially, creatively, you're just looking at it and viewing it as like, damn, we're moving, but it's not God's speed right now.
Like, you gotta get it, bro. Like, you gotta put in the work, regardless of how you feel and whatever. But most importantly, you shouldn't forget your mental health, you know? But just go for it, dog. You know, the bills won't pay themselves. Say to son, I need to go get the bag. Like I was shooting New Balance the other time. Shot New Balance with Gideon. I was hurt. I was limping on set, and I was even bleeding out. But I was there. I was like, I don't care, regardless of whatever. I'm gonna be there. And we're laughing about it. I'll show you a video. So there's a video. Dog. I'm limping. I'm on set. I was like, yo, dog, I'm gonna be there, regardless. You know, it's about like, yo, dog. We need to get this thing, dog. We need to get the bills. We need to change our family's thing, financial situations, and just we need to change the narrative. So you being down shouldn't keep the work stopping. Like, you shouldn't stop. Just find a way to like keep pushing. Yeah.
A lot of cats create, but I feel like right now in the game there's a deficit of OGs.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lack of mentors and people being mentored. Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's a moment in looking up to someone. It's kind of like school, right?
Yeah.
You might think you're starting something, but the minute you understand there's other people who've done something, it's easier for you to also navigate and ask those questions. How have you found a way to simplify your life by asking questions, by building that community of people you can trust?
Now I'm blessed to have genuine interactions with people like bros. There are a lot of homies who are like who like, even when I call them like, yo, I have this deal that I'm trying to think, and they advise me as to like, yo, this is how we should go about. You know, it's always a blessing having people who are like willing to assist where they can. And sometimes it's tough getting those mentors, those mentorship, because bros don't wanna share knowledge. I don't know why. Bros don't like sharing. It's fucking information, just share. You know? So it's just that, man, like we try and get someone who's really genuine about helping you. Yeah.
We're trying to get better, man. We keep getting better. What's your hope for creators?
Bro, like I'm trying to see homies win, man. Like there's so many talented bros out here, and I just wanna see homies do stuff, bro. But at the same time, bro, make sure stuff it's proper. Let's not just create for the sake of creating. Let's create with intention. You know. Let's create with the purpose. So that's all I wanna say. Like, yo, homies, let's start out. Let's catch on guard. Let's go crazy. But let's make sure at the same time, quality control is, you know, it's a thing. We make sure like everything is proper type thing. Yeah.
You run a record label.
Yeah.
How's that? Because people automatically assume when you start a record label, you're giving people advances.
Yeah.
You're robbing people. The whole business is centered on it's just business and the emotions and the artist's growth. It's not as prioritized as it used to be.
Yeah. Well, it as it. we homies, like we bros, we were like fighting for the same cause. So like with that, it's kind of like easier because I haven't signed anyone outside the camp. So it's still in the camp. We working on this thing together. We pitching in money to push this thing together. So like we're still building it, you know. Like it's not yet at a point where it's going crazy. But for now, it's still like taking our time building, you know, one step at a time. Yeah, that's it.
We always see brands, companies, organizations hop onto something when it's on fire.
Yeah.
Right now, looking at the record label, looking at the ambitions you have for it, well, in which way would you like partners to come in?
Yeah, like right now, I feel like right now we're in a space where we're looking for partners because the product is fire. So like now that's one thing that we have to get correct, making sure that the product is fire. Then go to partners and like, yo, we're trying to maximize what we got, and let's find a way to amplify what we have with what you have. Yeah, like right now we're looking for partners. Yeah.
Record labels are such a tricky industry.
Nah, the music business is a tricky industry.
It's a tricky industry, and in aims of expanding, what's a way that we can assist as a general public? Because we always talk about these problems we have as creators, and I don't think we talk to each other enough about, yo, actually, if you reposted this, if this, you'd help with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd build a solid community. My personal creative goal for creatives, right, is that we get to a point where we create a network, right? It's like an agency type thing, where we all get in one big group chat, and then it's like, yo, when you release your song, like, yo, what can you guys create around this? As long as it's not brand partnerships. And then when it's brand partnerships, we then function as an agency and we all helping each other. What would you like to add to like what creatives can do more?
Like we need that. We need that thing, the ecosystem. We also need like to have unions amongst ourselves, because plenty of times we get exploited by brands and whatever, because they'll come to you and say, yo, I have this and I'm trying to have you, and you're like, yo, my rate is this. And the next thing you go to someone else, they're like, yo, as we only have a small bag. You know, the bag decreases depending on who you are. And like, I want bros to be able to get to a point where like, we're all truthful as to what it is, and we know that there's a standard. Like, I'd love for us as creatives, like, to have a standard. You know, like, we know this is like the standard, and we can't go below this. We can only go above. And I feel like we need more. We need more of the platforms that you're talking about, and we need. I feel like the government is also not doing enough to like support us as creatives. So like, it's up to us to form these platforms.
How did you build a business around your brand, Insertcoinz?
Bro, like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I am a business man. You get me? So like, it's there, bro. Like hearing such things, or Jay-Z talking, or Dame Dash, like Bruce found a way to like turn their lives into a business. You know, so like that's what I think I aspired for, being able to like, yo, bro, like right now I'm my own boss. I pick and choose what jobs I want to do. You know, so like it's nice, bro. Like I don't lie to you, it's a blessing being able to like monetize off your life.
That's one thing you wish you knew as a creative coming in 5 years ago.
5 years ago, bro. Like I wish I understood the business side of things. Like like knowing how to present yourself as a business, knowing how to carry yourself as a business. You know, because back then we just did things, we figured things along the way, and I'm like, but that, I feel like also the process it's good because it kind of teaches you. You learn from all of that, the downfalls, the rejections, and I feel like it builds character. But I just feel like if only I knew what I knew right now back then, I would have been far in my life. Yeah.
What's your word to the youth?
Yeah, bro, do you look for your community, look for your people, go crazy, don't be scared to try. Trying is very cool, bro. Like putting yourself in a position where like you're gonna try something out, it's way too cool. Like bros get too cool and get to a point where they don't wanna try. You know, like I can't do that, nah, I can't be seen to, nah, bro, like you try. Don't be afraid to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. As long as it's for the growth of you and your ideas, just go for it, bro. Like try, don't be scared. And yeah, bro, like the world is your oyster. It's just for the taking.
How did you build your community?
It's by doing stuff, doing the events, Bruce coming to support. Not just being able, like, keeping in touch with homies, you get me? Like, to me, I enjoy interactions, I enjoy meeting new people, I enjoy creating new relationships, and I feel like that's how our community came about, you know? Because with us, we're always down to hang out with whoever, whatever, as long as you're gonna bring value into what we got going on, like the conversation. Like, you shouldn't just be, you know, woman or whatever. Like, let's have woman conversations, but let's also have some productive stuff going on also in between. Okay, so like it's all about linking with homies. Yeah. Yes, sir. They went to box show. Aye, see on. Yes, sir.
It's an bad lessons.
When we perform.